Can I move that down?
Hi, everyone. Yeah, I think you can move the
Hello.
screens around. Welcome to our fall DIY class, all about fall scents and how to make your home wonderful and cozy and amazing. We're just going to introduce ourselves and then we're going to get right and get started to share all these recipes with you. So take notes, but we will have a recording of this. Of course, we are recording it. So you can get these recipes actually when we send you some information. So you don't have to write down every single step for some of them, but it's really fun. So first of all, my name is Jessica Wanglin. I'm a wife, a mom of 2 little ones, and I've been an online entrepreneur since 2009. I used to work in higher education, but I just listened to that voice about working for myself and love what I do. I do marketing and branding for online entrepreneurs, and I run my wellness team here with Young Living, which has been super fun. And so we are joined today. Diane and I are co-hosting this wonderful class for you today. So Diane, please say hi.
Well, hello, everyone. I'm glad that you were able to view our class today. As Jessica said, my name's Diane Luderman. I was an educator by trade, now retired, and I thought, what am I going to do with my time? But the interesting question that came to me was, I had things that I know I needed to work on, health and wellness things. And Jessica and I fell into Young Living at about the same time. I have since then built a team. I knew nothing about oils when we first started, but both successfully built our teams. And as leaders, one of our jobs is to help you get what we have and share our knowledge with you. So Jessica's going to do the first few slides and we will just talk our way through them.
Yeah, and the fun thing about this is that this can be really applicable and helpful for people both who don't know a ton about natural living or essential oils, or you've actually been using them for a long time. And so when we think about using natural products, it's a really great idea to think about DIY with those as well. And this means, of course, do it yourself. And here's a couple of reasons why we DIY a lot of things, specifically when we use natural products like oils and all the goodies that go with it, right? So first of all, to save money. Everyone is conscious of that pretty much all the time, right? It's a great way to take ingredients that you have and piece them together. And when it comes out, you are paying less overall for things. Also, a big reason is to remove the toxins from your home. That is pretty much the #1 reason why kind of both of us got started in this. And a lot of people do. They just start to pay attention to what are healthier things that I can do, and starting to take a look at the products on your shelves and realize maybe they're not the best for you. This is an amazing way to switch those things out and get healthier options at home, right? Better ingredients that goes along with that. And it's really fun to kind of learn about some of the things that you can put into some of these recipes. Some of them are just as simple as baking and cooking. And then other ones you'll see you can get into things like making soap or doing all kinds of fun other recipes. But of course, it's fun to do. It's a great thing to do both with friends, with community, with kids. Just, yourself want to get together and do something on the weekend or something unique. And the great thing about this too is that you can customize all of these recipes for you. So say you don't have something in them or you want to try something different, very easy to customize those specifically for scents and the specific oils that you're looking to use, because either you like the scent or because you like the purpose of the oil, right? What the oil is actually going to help you do. And so seasonally treats as well, like fall, this is the best time of the year to do all these things. That's why we're so excited to have this class and teach you all about why we DIY and love to make our own things, right? So first of all, let's talk about fall diffuser bombs. What are these? So we know that the #1 way, and often the easiest and first way that you get started using oils, is to diffuse them, right? So we all have diffusers. They have great different features for them, lights and all kinds of things. And diffusing is a way to get the scent of the oil and the benefit of it into your home, into your air. And it's an amazing thing to swap out candles that we know, unfortunately, are not the healthiest things for you, right? Into using diffusers in your home. And you can make all kinds of scents with all hundreds and hundreds of oils that are available, instead of really just buying the 1 or 2 candles that will burn only for however long. And unfortunately, just don't create the best air quality inside your house, right? So diffuser bombs are a way to put together lots of drops of oil in a bottle, like in the picture, or that looks like this, right? and have the same scent in all of your diffusers. So instead of opening like 3 or 4 or 5 bottles that smell like fall, you can just put 10 drops of each of those into your dropper bottle and drop 3 or 4 drops into your diffuser as you go along. So these are some of the recipes that we'd love to come up with, of course, for the fall. Customize those as you want. Tell us if you want your home to smell like mulled wine, because I do, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Which one of these is your favorite, Diane?
I think pumpkin clove is my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big
I
one.
love the vanilla in both the stress away and then just the drops themselves. But
Mhm.
I think I love the warmth and coziness of fall.
Mhm. Right.
And
Everyone
it
does.
just brings all those feelings to the surface. We want to cozy up. We want to put the blankets and the pumpkins out. So I choose
Yeah.
pumpkin clove.
Yeah, pumpkin clove is amazing. And that's a pretty classic fall scent,
Mhm.
right? To have your home smell like that. So cinnamon, vanilla, nutmeg,
Mm.
clove, and stress away is a blend of several oils that come together. Vanilla is in there and lime and a couple other things as well. So now if you don't make the diffuser balm, of course, you could just take 1 drop of each of these, clove, orange, cinnamon, and nutmeg, and put that in your diffuser as well. So that's a way you could get started diffusing and using them. But this is a nice way to look at some different recipes for diffuser balms and get some combos. So here's another great fall idea, pumpkin spice thieves cleaner. Would you like your house to smell like pumpkin spice when you clean or have it be a fun experience? So thieves cleaner is Young Living's very popular household cleaner concentrate, which can be used literally for everything. I literally wash my house outside and my car and all the things with the Thieves household cleaner. It's an amazing way also to get toxic cleaners out of your home and have one simple bottle under your sink that you can mix up both for heavy duty cleaning, for windows, for degreasing, for general purpose cleaning, for toilet, bathroom cleaning, and all of those great things. And of course, you can make it smell like pumpkin spice. So the Thieves household cleaner literally is $25 about for a bottle that will last you for 3 or more years. So imagine just paying very, very little and having more space under your sink and, making an amazing cleaner, right? To do all the things. So you can put oils when you mix up the cleaner. This one is fall scented, of course, with orange and cinnamon, clove, and some of the others. And that's a fun way to just mix up a cleaner and make it smell good, right? Who knew you could customize your cleaning?
We
I know.
didn't.
I know.
We didn't know it. And before, I just think of all the things that used to be underneath my sink. Now there's Thieves household cleaner.
Right.
And it is just such a multi-purpose cleaner.
Yeah.
The dilution ratios on it. I mean, I've cleaned my oven with it. I clean the inside of the toilets with it. I clean my countertops.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So it's a nice way, to get toxins out and just get a natural cleaner in your home. Literally that is scented with essential oils. So,
yeah.
So here's a specific one. If you want to do a falling leaves blend, this is Tangerine. Northern Lights Black Spruce is an amazing oil scented exactly like it sounds like, from a black spruce tree, and bergamot. Now, bergamot is the scent of Earl Grey tea. It is actually a citrus fruit, very calming. It's a very chill oil and great for the fall as well. So there's a nice recipe to make with your Thieves cleaner. And then caramel apple. So another perfect recipe for fall. This one also is with the bergamot, cinnamon, and stress away, like we had mentioned. But additionally, you can add nutmeg. Who loves to cook with that in the fall, right? Of course, in winter. And then tangerine, very nice, bright, fresh fall cleaner recipe. So caramel apple.
Let me just throw in there too that the Thieves household cleaner is safe for pets. It is safe for children. You don't have to worry about I don't want to say ingestion, but you don't have to worry about the surfaces that you've cleaned with it, because Thieves household cleaner is very, very safe for household use.
Yeah, right. So here's some great room sprays that you can make. Tell us if you've ever made a room spray, a very fun way to get the scent into the air, into your home. Also, again, removing the candle toxins and things like that. But this is a great way to spray things like your bedding, spray into the air. My kids love making these things and spraying them everywhere. So in a spray bottle, again, you just want to take a small little bottle, and here's a fall combo: vanilla, orange, cinnamon, clove, and cardamom is another amazing fall oil. So combining these things, again, you can make this, use those in your diffuser. You can make it into the room spray. Really nice recipe for the fall.
Use it in the bathroom.
Using the bathroom, great place for these room sprays. Here's a pumpkin spice one, of course, with a combination of those things. The way you make the spray is you want to use distilled water so you don't get any bacteria from the tap. You add your oils, and then you can add a tiny little splash of witch hazel, which binds the oil and the water, mixes them together. Shake a little bit, blend that up before you spray it into the air. Great to spray on dryer balls, great to spray in your bathrooms, great to spray just around in the air, in your garbage cans, or in stinky shoes and things like that, that you want to make. So here's one for the dryer balls, of course, too. These are perfect and do dry your laundry faster. Absolutely. Such a toxic-free way to add to your cleaning routine. Make one of those room sprays or a diffuser bomb, and you can drop the oils right and spray it right onto the balls and then toss them into your laundry, right? Wouldn't it be great if your bed sheets came out smelling like fall?
And it doesn't stain your clothing either when it's on the dryer ball.
Right.
I've had people ask me that, but the absorption of dryer balls takes that away. And it is just amazing. Open up your dryer and have that smell, or you could have a big jar and just fill it with diffuser balls or dryer balls and drop your oils on it that way also.
For sure.
Get rid of those dryer sheets.
So now we're going to take it over to a little bit of the craft section here of the DIY fall recipes. And Diane, tell us about this, because you have made one of these before.
I did a class last year. No, it couldn't have been last year, it was the year before. And I was really taking a gamble when I did it. When I saw this beautiful picture, I thought, who wouldn't want that in their home? So I ordered some succulents. We used real pumpkins, and it was really pretty interesting because we were very crafty. We used glue, and we glued the moss to the top, and then we just set the succulents in there. Some of the gals did them very classic Halloween. Some did them very classic fall with the wood spices and the pine cones. But the great part about it was we could customize it, and you can just sprinkle your drops of oil around and use it for a room diffuser. Now, again, like Jessica talked about before, the DIY room sprays are great to just spritz on it. And it notes here, if you're using a real pumpkin, it lasts about a month. We just used the little mini pumpkins, and actually I set mine, I did end up setting it outside just so it stayed a little cooler. I guess you could use a plastic or ceramic pumpkin if you put your diffuser garden right inside of it. But it is a beautiful addition to your home, very cost effective, and they just turned out beautifully. And a side note, spray your seasonal pumpkins after they are carved with Eve's household cleaner and your distilled water. Yep, it helps save them.
Yeah, helps last so they don't get moldy as fast, right?
Grapevine Wreath. Oh my gosh, I have a friend who did this with her group at a local nursery. The nursery provided the grapevine wreath. They provided the dried florals, and they had a gal there that showed everyone how to do it, wrapping the florals and just creating something that was very personal. And then everyone finished it with pine cones and again with essential oils. To me, fall invokes all those feelings of hominess, and all these products and all of these recipes really bring that out. I'm a very fall person, and I'm done with the starkness of summer inside my home. You know, that's when we strip everything off. I'm ready to be cozy again. And all these recipes are great, are great. This one, so simple. If you need something to do with the kids, if you take them to a park, or if you live in the country like I do with tons of pine trees, we collected the pine cones. You put them on a baking sheet for about 30 minutes to remove any
critters,
maybe little critters that are in there, or any fungus or any mold. You let them cool, and then you just put them, I have done it in a plastic bag, actually. Dumped a bunch in a plastic bag, put some glitter in there, put my essential oils, and you shake them so that it soaks right into the pine cones, and then you just leave them. And just think of a beautiful wooden bowl on your end table or on your coffee table or on your dining table. Absolutely beautiful. And what a great way to use your oils.
Yeah, that is a really fun recipe to do.
Oh, Jess, do you want to talk about foaming
Yeah.
hand soaps? I
So
know you
foaming
love
hand
to
soap.
make them.
Did you know you can make your own foaming hand soap? Of course. And again, like with all of the different oil varieties that there are, you can make it smell like anything like you want. Of course, they have a lot of foaming bottles at the stores, or just reuse one that you have, take the label off. And all you actually add to these is liquid cast iron soap, which comes unscented in the stores, your essential oils, whatever you want it to smell like. And then vitamin E actually is optional. It makes it a little bit softer, or even vegetable glycerin makes that like soft feel when you make the bubbles in your hands and things like that. And add it to the bottle, and then you can change this out whenever it gets used up. So there's a couple recipes here: chai spice, orchard stroll, so nice with the tangerine, and lemon in there, and rosemary. What a great combo. And then autumn leaves. So if you look at these and you think like, okay, which ones do I want to make? Pick maybe just some that you have already. You obviously don't have to add them all, and just mix up your own recipe and make some bottles for the bathrooms in your home, right? Now, you're not going to be able to write down all these directions or maybe even read it here quickly, but this is a really fun recipe for pumpkin bread. Of course, if you're someone that loves to bake and you like to do all the things, this is a really great recipe to put together something. Also to make into the form of muffins, if you do, with organic pumpkin puree and some coconut milk, maple syrup. If you've never baked with that, it's a really nice. And then there's some different flours in here too. Some people are starting to use things like almond flours just because of just some, digestive sensitivities and things like that. So use whatever works in your household in terms of what you have. If you don't have, the tapioca flour, coconut, or whatever, you could use more of the almond flour, or, substitute it for some other things, of course, but even wheat flour would probably work in this one as well. And then you can add things to this one, like raisins, chocolate chips, things like that.
Thieves Vitality, a couple drops of that.
And that's the thing about cooking with these recipes. So the great thing is if you didn't know, you can cook and bake and use all of the Young Living Vitality essential oils into your recipes. So the Vitality oils are the ones that come with a white label. They're the exact same as what we call the regular oils. They're just labeled differently per FDA guidelines so that we know what their use is for. So this means you can use these, like Diane is showing, in your drinks or in your food. So basically, when you're cooking with essential oils like this, they're amazing to use because they don't expire. They're very concentrated. So all you really usually have to do is add one drop into your recipe, one drop. So can you imagine the cost savings and not having spices and herbs and things like that on hand? And all of these vitalities come in every single spice or herb you could imagine. Everything from dill to oregano to thyme to all of the things that you could use, lemon, etc. So this one calls for a couple of the oils, add one drop into there. What an amazing recipe. You can do that to cookies. You can do it to muffins. You can do it to waffles, pancakes, all kinds of great things to make.
Peppermint brownies. Always our favorite.
Peppermint brownies. Yes. Always have one drop of peppermint into your brownie recipe. Your guests will rave about it for months when you're baking, right?
Yep.
So here's a pumpkin spice diffuser balm that is mentioned in the bread recipe that we just had. So it's clove, orange, ginger, cinnamon, and then just a couple drops of the nutmeg, which I do find to be very strong. Yes. I find the ginger in this one to be optional as well. I actually like my pumpkin spice without the ginger. So that's up to you. Just start with a couple and customize to what you'd like. Try them in a diffuser first, right? And then see what that might taste like. Clove is very concentrated as well too. So here's a couple of recipes for kiddos. If you have any of these around, grandkids, people you watch, nieces and nephews, things like that. Pumpkin pie Play-Doh. This is such a fun recipe and things to do. Kids really like the oils and they like being able to open and help you and do things with them. My little ones right now are 5 and 7. Yeah. And they just love making all these things, the soaps, etc. So what you do for this one is you take cornstarch and then you can take the Kid Sense lotion that Young Living has, a whole line of kids and baby products. Just use the natural lotion in here to make it, so all the things bind together. And then of course, add your oils to that and mix it. There are even now non-toxic, like, colorings that you can add, or like glitters and things like that, that you can buy on Amazon to add to, your Play-Doh recipe for kids.
Let's get into the good one. This is a good one.
This
We're
is a good
both
one.
coffee. We both love coffee. And I was going to say before that pumpkin spice bomb could be used to flavor your coffee also. And
right.
sometimes the sweeteners that we buy at the store are laden with unnecessary fats, with unnecessary things that we don't want to ingest. And this is really a great recipe. I've used this and I've mixed the almond milk and the coconut milk. Very, very rich and creamy. 3 tablespoons of pumpkin puree, 3 tablespoons of maple syrup or honey. Both give it a different taste. So whichever one you prefer, and then you put the vanilla extract in there. And I just put 1 drop of Thieves in mine. I created my own latte and it was absolutely delicious. This recipe will make 4 mugs. That is amazing. You're saving yourself, you know, a lot of money. Make that for a holiday meal. Have that for your guests for whenever, and they will just think that you're the greatest.
I know, really, people will start to talk about these things because they're really gonna like what you do and what you make when they come to your house. Here's another one. So this is the basic of the creamer recipe. If you are a pumpkin spice fanatic, or even you can customize this again in so many ways, this is a way to make your own healthy, naturally flavored, no fake sugared chemicals in their creamer for the holiday season. This recipe, I think I'm going to post everywhere because I think a lot of people will love to see and use this. Again, the cinnamon, clove, and ginger vitality oils, and then vanilla extract can go into this one for you.
Jessica, what I love about these recipes too is the cinnamon bark or all of the oils give it such a depth profile. Using vitality oils in your cooking is different than using the powdered things that you buy from the store. This really lightens and brightens your recipes right up, and people will notice. They really will.
If you feel like you're making these and 1 drop is too much, you can take a toothpick and dab it on the top of the oil bottle itself when you open it, and swirl your toothpick into the mix. That will get the oil into there, and the flavor, of course, and the benefits of the oil as well. So here's pumpkin chai tea. I love chai tea. Not many people do, but it's just so good. So this one, you actually make the tea and then you make the mix of things with it. Pinch of sea salt in there. Like, it's cool and rainy. Of course, you want to drink this on a wonderful, cool fall night. Again, great to make for guests. Then there's a Frappuccino one as well, of course. So if just depending on what different coffees and things like that you make with it, this is the cold version. So you can make it with ice, you can put caramel on top, you can make all kinds of fun things. Like, look at how delicious and gorgeous that is.
And they do turn out that beautifully.
Yeah.
You know,
and here's a great recipe for the fall, even the holiday season, for when you have guests come over. This is called a wassail. Is that right? It's basically, it's basically
English.
A punch.
Right.
And so you can put together apple cider, orange juice, pineapple, things like that. Some cinnamon sticks for flavor, and then all kinds of options. Of course, you can make this champagne. You can make it a fun drink, but you can also use things like LaCroix or like sparkling water or something like that with it. You know, if you
great ideas. You know how to set you apart as a hostess. And then you're going to top it all off with pumpkin ice cream.
I know.
Oh,
so
my gosh.
Who has an ice cream maker at home? We do not have one, but I saw this and I think
get it.
An amazing gift for the kids. They would just love it. Can you imagine if we could make our own ice cream?
But it says this, put it in a blender.
Yeah.
So,
or like blend it, right? And then put it in the ice cream maker. So a couple different things in there. Again, cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg. This flavors your food. So you can start to see how these are kind of like these amazing ingredients, you know, that you can use to create all kinds of things for your house, for your company, for yourselves, and all those great ways to share oils.
I just think that these recipes answer a lot of questions for people, because a lot of time they get their oils and they go, what do I do with all these? We just gave you like 12 recipes that really set you apart as a hostess. Really,
and So we'll end with a couple things, as we want to make these short, of course, as always, so you have time to digest the info. When you are watching this, reconnect with the person who invited you to watch this whenever you get a chance. If you want the exact recipes, we will send you a link for the recipes so you can have all of them forever, and you can read them and you can make them and you can do all those fun things as well. So we challenge you to do a couple things here. Think about this. Look at those and decide which one you're going to make this week, and then report back and tell us what you did. Did you make the diffuser bomb, or did you make yourself some pumpkin spice creamer flavored with essential oils? Or what did you do? We would love to know about that. And then another thing we also share too, as always, is we love being brand partners with Young Living. This is one of the things that we do on a regular basis to help educate people about oils and how to use them, and help people have that attainable natural lifestyle that they want. So if you're wondering what it's like to be a brand partner, of course, again, connect with whoever invited you to this video and where you're finding it. And we hope to we will plan to bring you many more of these in the future. And we will
watch for our links.
Yeah, watch for our info to share all goodies about Young Living and essential oil natural living with you. Thanks everyone for being
Thank you for viewing.